everybody, this is Kenny from the Hocking Hills, Ohio. Some of you already know I've recently bought me a project car. Wasn't sure which way I wanted to go. Been looking for a project for a while. Wasn't sure if I wanted to get a bike to start working on or get another vehicle to start working on. Wintertime's coming. I like to have something to tinker with in the garage, keep out of the weather, but also keep moving so I don't sit around the whole time. I wasn't really sure what I wanted. I usually get the same thing over and over again. Pretty repetitive. It's easy to fix. You know exactly what to do. You know where to get the parts. You know the people to ask the questions to. I wanted something different, something I can really test where my skills are, where my knowledge is. Something I haven't dealt with a lot before. I also wanted to figure out what I would enjoy the most. Do I want something really easy to work on? Do I want something that was going to take a long frame off restoration, something like that? I wanted something that I could touch every part of the car, do something to every part of the car. And I think I did find that. It was exciting when I found it. I've always wanted a convertible. Never had one, always wanted one. Decided, yeah, I might put my feet in the water and try this. So those of you do know, I recently purchased me a 1992 Volkswagen Cabriolet. It's a Wolfsburg edition. It's a Cayman built car. I think that's how it's pronounced. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I really didn't know what Wolfsburg stood for. I got online and Googled it. It's obviously built in Wolfsburg, Germany. The Wolfsburg edition cars have slightly bigger badging. You get some nicer additions here and there. Just little things that not everybody would notice right off the bat. That being said, the car does need its bit of work. I pulled this car out of a field, about 2 weeks ago. It had been posted on of everything, Facebook, Marketplace. It had been on there for 2 months. On the off chance that he still had it, I messaged him. He said, yeah, I still got it. I was like, I would like to come look at it. So I went and looked at the car. It was, for being a 1992, it's 26 years old. It was in very good condition for its year, considering it has 180,000 miles on it. And it had been sitting for at least 2 years. The guy I got it off of said somebody brought it to him to work on. Did not pay them to work on it, so it sat, and eventually the guy signed it over to him for the work they had done. I do know it has a brand new clutch in it, new lower ball joints. I did buy this car as a non-runner. Was not getting fuel, was not getting spark. I got it home, threw a new battery in it because the original one was dead. Got it cranking and did some tracing of wires and stuff. Fuel pump relay, ignition control module for the spark, a new fuel pump, new fuel fuse, and eventually was able to get it running. Now, once you get it going, it does run, but getting it going is the part. It doesn't like to stay running when it's cold, so those are things I got to remedy. Well, I'll give you guys a look at it. Okay, there she is, guys. My 1992 Volkswagen Cabriolet. It is a Wolfsburg edition car. See by the badging on the side. It is a Carman built car. Sorry, I said Cayman earlier. I'm not sure where I got that from. The car does have its little, dings. You can see right there. Here and there, just multiples all over the hood, all along the side of the car. It's got them. This trim piece is missing. I do have that in the trunk. I do have all the original trim. Factory side skirts and body panels are there. All panels are matching on the car, matching numbers. This does have the white leather interior. I have cleaned the interior, vacuumed it, washed the seats and all the white down. Obviously you see this one's pretty rough. It does have cracks. 26 years old, I expect it to be a little bit worse for wear. It does have a newer top on it. The original top, I'm guessing, was white. They replaced it with a black top, but it is a manual top. It works up and down. I don't see any leaks, and I have driven this thing in the rain so far. It has, like I said, 180,000 miles on it, so I expect it to be a little rough for wear. Radio is missing, obviously. It is a little manual transmission car, 5-speed. It is missing some stuff on the dash. Nothing some online shopping probably won't remedy. All matching wheels with the matching center caps. Those center caps I actually have in a box on the side. All original badging on the back. You can see where they scuffed the paint down. Now somebody originally wanted to paint the car, I'm guessing, so they scuffed the paint down on the car. And if you see all over the car, I think you can see on this side, they scuffed the paint down, so a little bit of surface rust right there. There's no rust holes in the body of this car whatsoever. I've been underneath of it, I've been all around it, I've looked around behind the side molding. There is no rust, so it is a solid car. Now, for saying it sat for 2 years in a field non-running is extremely amazing. All the windows work. It does have power front windows. They go up and down fine. Locking gas cap, like that really matters. Nice little trunk here. Good bit of rim needs a wash, but it works. Now, I've been really torn up on what I want to do to this car first. Do I want to do the suspension first, the brakes first? If I do the brakes, I would replace everything with the brake system. The e-brake on this car does not currently work. It just, doesn't do much at all. I think the e-brake cable is seized up. So basically, all new brake hardware, drums, shoes, wheel cylinders, new e-brake cables, everything on the back. Same thing with the front. I mean, replace everything to do with the brakes as far as I can, maybe new braided lines. And then I would go to the suspension, new struts, new upper mounts, new inner and outer tie rod ends, new lower control arms, go ahead and replace the ball joints again, new bushings for everything, and just make it a sound driving car. And then worry about the engine later. But the story is, last night I decided to take this car on a drive. Put the top down, it was nice outside. Why not? Take it for a drive, have some fun, going up some of the back roads. Now, I did put a new battery in this car. Brand spanking new battery, not even 2 weeks old now. And the battery light comes on. So I automatically assume it has to be something with the alternator. I know I replaced the battery, so that can't be the reason. And I was partially correct. So I bought this car. So, yep, it gets a little cranky. So when I bought this car, I had to put a new battery in it, and I looked at the belts over here, and they were a little dry rotted. So I went ahead and purchased a belt, which you can see right there on the table. I purchased a belt to put on this, at least the alternator belt. Well, it turns out I didn't replace it in time, and it broke. Luckily, I was able to get the car home, which it did, drove all the way home, not an issue, and get it back in the garage. So that kind of sealed the fate on what I'm going to do next. So I am going to start on the engine. I am going to pull off the alternator, the air conditioner compressor, the power steering pump. Now, there is 3 different V-belts on this car, and you have to take each one off in sequence to be able to put the new alternator belt on. Power steering belt, the air compressor, air conditioner, water pump, and crank belt, and then the alternator belt. So I will pull the alternator off, pull the power steering belt, pull the AC off, go ahead and pull the AC out. I'm not sure if it's charged or if it works, but it's there and the clutch is not locked up. So if it does work, I will use it. And just tear this whole front half of the motor apart. Go ahead and probably replace the water pump, put a brand new water pump and everything on it. Check the power steering pump, maybe buy a new one if it needs it. Put all brand new belts. Go ahead and replace the timing belt and tensioner. This does not have the timing cover, unfortunately, but I would like to get it one to replace it. I know some people say they can run without a timing belt cover and have no issues. I have that fear that a rock or something's going to jump up while I'm driving down the road and fall on that timing belt and mess a lot more stuff up. So might go ahead and do that. I'm not sure if I want to pull the head off, go ahead and put a head gasket on it. It's not leaking or anything, but maybe go ahead and put one on it. Everything is complete. All the wiring is here. This is all pretty much factory. I'm not sure if some of it's been replaced or not, but I will probably replace as much as possible up to a certain extent. If it's usable and I can clean it up and maybe refreshen it a little bit, I will do that. I cleaned the engine bay a little bit. It still needs a little bit more of a clean, but I will get to it. It's a project. So I am going to start doing videos as often as I can of my progress on this. Maybe do some work videos, you know, removing parts, cleaning them up, refurbishing what I can. And I think that's about it. For those of you who are curious to see it, unfortunately I won't be driving it too soon because I do need to do a little bit of work on it. I want to get the running ability of this car to where I could actually drive it somewhere if I wanted to without the fear of it breaking down. It does run when you get it warmed up. It runs really good, and it's a fun little quick car to, I wouldn't say quick, but it'll get around pretty easily. It doesn't run very good when you try to start it. You have to hold the gas for a while. It's a fuel injected car, but you have to get it warmed up. I'm not sure if that's the fuel pump or not fuel pump, but fuel pressure regulator not working right. There's a couple variables in there I'm going to try to figure out and address. Well, there you guys go. This is my Volkswagen, a little convertible. I will update you as soon as I can. Thanks.